I've had my business for almost 10 years now, actually more than 10 years. And I started as a retail photographer doing portraits and weddings and events and all that. And then about 5 or 6 years ago, I remember very distinctly sitting down with my mom and having a conversation that I felt I needed to do something different with my photography. I then started a separate side to my business, which became all documentary photography, all storytelling. And so I focus on a lot of issues that deal with women and girls in developing countries. Anything that's more relating to social causes or in a humanitarian way, bring their stories to light and then help organizations fundraise or help tell the stories so that they can maybe even make policy changes, things like that. I was on a trip with my girlfriends and they brought drones, so it was exciting, got to see them for the first time. Once I saw them using them, the wheels started turning, and so I bought my first drone in January 2018. I was practicing just here at my house and just in some local parks and all that, but I knew I needed to learn from someone that was much more refined and an expert in order for my skill level to get better. I know a local cinematographer here, he's an expert drone pilot, and I was lucky enough to meet up with him one day, and he really took the time to teach me the basics, and then, even pushed me to try things differently, and here's a different setting, try that, and I think my skill level would not be anywhere close to where it is if it wasn't for him. I felt like it was a tool that I could use to separate myself from other photographers that might be shooting the same story or shooting in the same area. It not only gives you a broader perspective of what's going on, you can see the bigger picture, but you're able to pick out different nuances and different details that probably wouldn't have noticed before. Coming from the field of photography and then picking up a drone, the great thing was I already had the skill set on how to create great imagery, how to expose images correctly, how to compose them, all that. So I was just translating that skill set to a new tool and utilizing it in a different perspective. I think one of the things that I have not utilized in my photography business was any type of video content. So being able to throw a drone up in the air and show moving parts of a situation, I think adds another element to the storytelling that I wasn't able to provide before. I've been really lucky to flown a lot of cool places. I did a whole road trip last summer, all the way up the California coast and then all the way up the Oregon coast, some of my most favorite places to drone in the country. Recently in Mexico, I have droned in Croatia and Montenegro, in Portugal. Definitely looking to add more countries onto that list. One of the things that I pursued was getting involved with the community with Women Who Drone. I had actually reached out to the founder and had some ideas for marketing and all that, and we had a great conversation on the phone. And while we were chatting, she offered me a position to help out with the company. And so I jumped on board with that, and I currently am the brand ambassador director for Women Who Drone. Just getting an opportunity then to kind of pass the torch and like someone did for me, they stood by my side and introduced me to my drone and showed me how to work it. I now have the opportunity to do that for other women and girls. My name is Yasmin Tajik. I am a professional photographer and FAA certified drone pilot.